The lights went out without warning. One moment, the grand diplomatic tower of Vyrek Station shimmered with artificial daylight. The next, total darkness. No flicker, no transition, no backup glow. Just black. For most species, darkness was disorientation. For some, it was fear. For others, it was death. Panic erupted instantly. Voices shouted in a dozen languages. Metal chairs scraped. Something shattered. And in the center of it all, the most important being on the station, High Chancellor Zyrith, a political figure so valuable that entire wars had been fought over lesser targets. And tonight, he had one bodyguard, a human. His name was Marcus Hale, assigned reluctantly, approved skeptically, because humans were strong, yes, but they relied too much on vision, too much on instinct, too much on emotion. In total darkness, they were supposed to be at a disadvantage. That was the assumption. It was wrong. Marcus didn't move when the lights died. He didn't panic, didn't shout, didn't reach blindly. He listened, because darkness didn't scare him. It simplified things. No distractions, no illusions, just sound, breath, movement. And right now, something was moving. Too smooth, too quiet. Not panic, purpose. "Stay behind me," Marcus said calmly. The translator struggled to match his tone. Zyrith obeyed instantly, because something in the human's voice felt absolute. The first attacker struck silently. A blade, fast, precise, aimed for the throat. Marcus caught it, not by sight, by instinct. His hand snapped up, locked the wrist, twisted. A crack echoed in the dark. The body hit the floor. Silence returned. Then, more movement. Multiple targets. Coordinated. This wasn't chaos. It was an assassination. Planned for darkness. Planned for confusion. Planned for failure. Marcus exhaled slowly. "3," he whispered. Zyrith froze. "How?" "Shoo." Marcus stepped forward. Barely a sound. His boots memorized the floor earlier. The distance between pillars. The spacing of tables. He didn't need light. He had already mapped the room. The second attacker lunged. Marcus pivoted. Not toward the sound. Toward the absence of it. Because trained killers held their breath. And that silence gave them away. A strike. A counter. Another body fell. The third hesitated. That was his mistake. Marcus didn't. He moved fast. Faster than anything in that room. Because humans weren't the strongest. They weren't the fastest. But they adapted faster than anyone. And Marcus had trained for this. Blackout scenarios. Close quarters combat. Zero visibility engagements. Not because he expected it, but because humans prepared for the worst. Always. The last attacker tried to retreat. Marcus grabbed him, pinned him, forced him to the ground. "Who sent you?" he asked quietly. No answer. Marcus tightened his grip. "I don't have time for silence." Still nothing. So Marcus did something unexpected. He let him go. For half a second. The attacker moved. Exactly as predicted. Marcus struck. Precise. Final. Silence. Complete. The room was still. Zyrith's breathing echoed in the dark. You saw them?" he asked. Marcus shook his head. "No." "Then how?" "I listened." The emergency lights flickered back on. Dim. Red. Bodies lay across the floor. 3 attackers. All neutralized. Marcus stood in the center. Calm. Unshaken. Human. Security teams rushed in seconds later. Weapons raised. Scanning. Too late. It was already over. Reports were filed. Investigations launched. But one thing became clear almost immediately. The attackers were elite. Specialists trained in stealth and darkness. They had succeeded in dozens of assassinations across multiple systems. They had never failed. Until now, the council demanded answers. How did a single human neutralize them in total blackout? Zyrith answered personally. "He didn't need the light," he said. "They brought darkness as a weapon." A pause. "They didn't realize," Humans don't fear the dark. Across the station, the story spread. Not exaggerated. Not embellished. Just repeated. A human stood in absolute darkness and dominated it. Later, Zyrith approached Marcus in a quiet corridor. "You saved my life," he said. Marcus shrugged. "Part of the job." Zyrith studied him. "You weren't afraid." Marcus smiled faintly. "I was." Zyrith blinked. "Then why didn't it show?" Marcus looked down the dim hallway. "Because fear isn't the problem," he said. "It's what you do with it." Zyrith was silent. Then he nodded slowly. Because in a galaxy that relied on perfect systems, perfect vision, perfect control, a human had just proven something terrifying. When everything goes dark, they don't panic. They adapt. And in that darkness, they become something else. Something the galaxy had underestimated. Not just survivors, but hunters. Clapperboard end.